Also, fangen wir an. Before I start, just want to tell you that this session will be recorded and posted on YouTube. Also, heute beginnen wir mit einer ganz neues Thema und das heißt, wie bildet man einen Satz? Sentence Structure. Moment. Just give me a second, please. Just a moment. Yes. Okay. So, first of all, I would like to tell that there is no similarity between English sentences and German sentences. There are quite a lot of differences. So, first of all, just remember that whenever you are speaking in German, don't keep English in the background and then speak German. It will always create mistakes. Instead, what I always suggest is simply ignore the grammar of English when you are speaking in German. I will give you multiple examples with which it will be more easier to understand. So, first of all, there are invariably four types of sentences you will encounter in German. First of all is the statement. It's purely a statement like I live in Mumbai, right? Or I like pizza, Like pizza. It's a pure simple sentence. So these are all statements. Zweite ist etwas wie Ja, Nein, Satz. Ja, Nein, Satz. Ja, Nein, Satz. Wie do you live in Mumbai? Right? These are invariably questions. Dritte ist W-Fragen. For example, what do you like to eat? Right? So W-Fragen, aber natürlich, sie sind immer eine Question, eine Frage. So thereby इनमें एक question mark जरूर रहेगा. And the vierte ist, we call it as imperative. Imperative means when you order something, when you tell somebody else to do something. So the example would be, please give. Oh no! Oh, screen share नहीं हो रही क्या? Oh. Hello. You people are not able to see my screen?
No, I thought you were just explaining.
Oh nein, tut mir wirklich leid. Naja, am Anfang ist immer Teile meiner Bildschirm, so make sure that my screen is visible to you. Today I not even asked anybody. Tut mir wirklich leid. Okay, so I will start sharing my Bildschirm zuerst. Keine Sorge, we lost only 3 minutes, so we'll start afresh and Shivendra is also there. Also, mir ist sicher, dass nun jeder sieht meine Bildschirm. Also heute fangen wir an mit einem neues Thema, das heißt Sentence Structure. Okay, so instead of writing everything again, I would like to mention here straight away. So the first type of sentence, there are invariably four types of sentence possible. One of them is a kind of a statement which says which conveys some information. For example, I live in Mumbai. So there is no question asked, nobody is expected to give any reply against it. Just listen to it and understand that I live in Mumbai. I like pizza. So nobody is expected to take any action against my statement. Zweite sind Ja, Nein, Satz, oder you can say yes, no sentence. For example, do you live in Mumbai? So I'm asking somebody that, do you live in Mumbai? So you have to give an answer in yes or no. That's all. So thereby these are all ja nein Sarts. Dritte ist Wehfragen. So Wehfragen, I'm sure that you people remember it. We had a very descriptive session on ja nein Sarts, Wehfragen. So what do you like to eat? So they all start with W. And the Fiat ist Imperativ. Also, Imperativ bedeutet, when you expect somebody to do something or you instruct something. Please order me a pizza. Okay. Now again, for imperative also there are multiple types that we will learn later on. So these are the 4 types of sentences that are most likely you will encounter in German, invariably in every language, and we will go Schritt Schritt, step by step with every type of sentence. So the first one that I wanted to narrate is statement. So today's thema get the word structure, which word comes in which place. So statement is ganz einfach, very simple. Invariably in every sentence there are 3 parts. Let's say 1, 2 and 3. Now there could be subject, predicate, way question, something like that. So we'll go in later on in this detail. So in statement, the verb comes in second position. I'll give multiple examples and then it will be very clear. For example, ich wohne in Mumbai. Okay. So here you can see the first is subject. It could be anything, but what I want to focus upon is verb position. So verb position is in second place, right? Can somebody tell me he comes at 8 a.m. He comes at 8 o'clock, for example. Somebody please give a try and narrate. Tell me how it should look like in German.
Kommt am 8 Uhr.
Yes, kommt am That's right. Yes, I will tell about this am and also. 8 Uhr. So again you see the verb is in second place. Just to mention here, if I were to say we will meet on Monday, so I will say on Monday, so it becomes am Montag. And if I say we will meet at 8 a.m., so it becomes wir treffen 8 Uhr. Right? So make sure it's a very important thing because many times we'll be making confusion or mistakes. Whenever we are talking about time, we will be using um. Okay? And whenever we are talking about days, let's say on Monday, Tuesday or something like that, then we'll be using am Montag, am Dienstag. Gehen wir weiter. Let's say a very simple sentence. She is swimming. Ishita, can you please try it in German? Ishita, can you please try it in German?
Sie ist schwimmen.
Wie bitte?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Sie ist schwimmen.
Sie ist schwimmen. See, there is some correction required in this sentence. I'll tell you in detail. When we say schwimmen, you are absolutely right. SCHWIMMEN. So now you need to conjugate it. So it becomes ich schwimme. Karthik, can you tell du? Schwimmst. And then sie, es schwimmt. Okay, so now what happens? RGS schwimmt na. So here basically if I say wir schwimmen, so जो इंग्लिश का इस होता है वी ही इज स्विमिंग वी आर स्विमिंग फॉर एग्जांपल वी आर स्विमिंग हो जाता है वी आर स्विमिंग so this r or you can say he is swimming this is included within the verb only so if I say ich schwimme I am swimming so this am also is included within this verb only so rgs में भी यही होगा श्विम्ड का मतलब ये हो गया कि इज इसके अंदर इंक्लूडेड है सो वी नीड नॉट यूज इस्ट अगेन एट ऑल राइट सो जब वी विल बी कन्वर्टिंग इट शी इज स्विमिंग सो इट बिकम्स जी schwimmt okay so you need not use another ist that is not required
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so again, the word structure is very simple here. Sie schwimmt. So again, the verb is at second position. Then, I would now request everybody, all four of you, to make these sentences, simple sentences. The first I would like to ask is, he is coming. Somebody give it a try.
Er is
Er kommt.
Perfect. Er kommt. As I just narrated, we need not use is or ist again because it is included within this verb only. Again, it's a second position. Then I would like to say he, no, something like different. You are singing. Singing without it, singen. Somebody
Du
else
singst.
give it a try.
du singst.
Perfect. Du singst. Then we are traveling. Somebody else?
Wir fahren.
Wir fahren. No? Because ich fahre, du fahrst, es fahrt, wir fahren, ihr fahrt, sie fahren. So fahren, the third form will be used. Von wir. Then I would ask Shivendra to give it a try. They are, let's say, sleeping.
Sie schlafen.
Yeah, perfect. Sie schlafen. 100% perfect. And then I would request Karthik to give it a try. I go to work. To work is arbeiten.
Ich gehe zu arbeiten.
Yes. Ich gehe zu arbeiten. It's a complex form. I would rather request you to simply say ich arbeite.
Okay.
I go to work. It's I am working or I go to work is gleich, egal. Okay. So now in every sentence you probably must have noticed by now singen. Du singst. This was the sentence. So second verb is at the second place. Wir fahren. So again verb is at the second place. They are sleeping. Sie schlafen. So again this is its second place. Ich arbeite. Again this is in second place. So you probably have noticed that every time verb comes at the second place. However, in English it may be entirely different because here the verb is at the third place. They are because there is another helping verb which comes into picture, right? Even in this complex sentence, ich gehe zu Arbeit, for example, arbeiten, again this gehe comes at the second place. Of course, this is again a verb, but the main verb is I am going for work. Again, there is a verb which comes in second position. So, in the simple statements, the verb will be coming in second position. Fragen dazu.
Nine.
9.
Nine.
Alles gut.
Perfekt, danke. Eine kurz machen, bitte. Okay, dann gehen wir weiter mit der zweiten Form of sentence. Das ist Ja, Nein Satz. Ja, Nein Satz. Right? Do you live in Mumbai? So you expect answer as yes or no. So here the verb is sentence. The structure is different. Let's say again there are three portions of a sentence. So here the situation is verb comes first, then the subject, and then there could be anything. So verb always comes at the first place. I'll show it to you with examples. Kurz mal bitte. Also, wohnt er in Mumbai? This means maybe in English, I'm not quite sure. Does he lives in Mumbai or do he lives in Mumbai? Don't know.
Does he live in
Okay.
Mumbai?
Does he then live or lives?
Live.
Okay, in Mumbai. Correct. So does he live in Mumbai? So the answer in German, the question in German is wohnt er in Mumbai? So again, you probably have seen this verb comes at the first position, right? We will take many more examples. Let's say, is he coming at 8 o'clock? So I'll give you an answer as well. Is he coming at 8 o'clock? Now, things to notice, we are talking about he and we are talking about coming. So immediately you should recall the conjugation of command, right?
Kommt er.
Yes. So ich komme, du kommst, sie es kommt. Right? So you will be able to make up a sentence immediately. First of all, just recall that this is a question, the Ja, Nein Satz, wherein you are expected to give answer yes or no. So straight away, the first word should be the verb, and because it is he, so the third form, which will be kommt, will be used. So it becomes kommt. Now again, because it is the first word of the sentence, K has to be capitalized. Kommt er 8 Uhr? Right? So likewise, we will be able to frame sentences very easily without much of problem. I'll go with more examples. Let's say somebody give a try. Do you swim? Give it a try.
Will it be best du schwimmt?
Again, because you are using when schwimmen or any verb, so this ist, bis, these are all included within the verb only. And as I told you here, kommt er 8 Uhr. So this is thing is already included inside. Is he coming at 8 o'clock? So kommt becomes is coming. So here you will be using, because it is you, so is schwimmer, du schwimmst, so we'll be using schwimmst. No? So it will be schwimmst,
du. Yeah.
schwimmst du, simple. Right? We'll do some more examples. Are they sleeping? Shivan, can you give it a try?
Are they sleeping? Yeah. So schlafen sie.
Perfect. Schlafen Sie. Now again, just to reiterate, are they sleeping? So they is invariably turning to Sie, and are sleeping is included within one verb only, that is schlafen. Right? So this time Ishita will give a try. Is my laptop working? Now working, again you can say funktionieren or arbeiten also you can use it. So just give it a try. You can use arbeiten for work.
Arbeite meine Laptop.
Again, see here, because let us say it is laptop, and which could be der, die, das laptop. I'm not concerned about the gender, but what I'm concerned about is it is the third form. Ich arbeite, du arbeitest, sie arbeitet. Right? So it will become arbeitet meine Rechner or laptop. Getting my point?
Yeah.
Then let me think upon some other sentence. Do you like pizza? Karthik, can you try?
Yeah. Marks do pizza.
Perfect. Marks to pizza. So again, friends, recall your modal verb lessons, wherein I told you that mögen is to like to, right? So Marx do pizza. So what will happen? The mögen, the do form of mögen will be used here, and then you can conjugate the sentence also, make up the sentence as well. Now Arvid can give a try. Should I come?
It will be. What was should again?
मोमेंट ये थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाएगा, बिकॉज ये ना मोडाल भी है और रेगुलर वर्ब भी। मैं थोड़ा सा इजी वाला बोलता हूँ कुछ। वी विल कम बैक टू दिस सेंटेंस। लेट्स से वेयर इज माय बैग। अब नो वेट, अगेन ये वे फ्रैग हो जाएगा। somebody give a simple sentence यार, मैं याद नहीं कर रिकॉल नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ कोई क्वेश्चन। Can I eat? Can I eat? Yeah, again this is modal plus wait, hold on. Let's say, are we swimming? So Arvid, give it a try, how it should look like.
Schwimmen wir?
Perfect, 100%. CHWIMMEN, schwimmen wir. 100% perfect. Okay, by chance we stumbled upon these complex sentences, which I would like to explain now. Should I come? So,
Can I try?
ja bitte.
Soll ich kommen?
Soll ich, here it will be common.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So friends, as I would request you to please see that video once again for modal verbs, because ये modal verbs जहाँ भी आएंगे हमेशा ही troubles create करेंगे unless and until you are clear upon their concepts. So पहला कानून तो ये था कि जहाँ modal verb आया वहाँ main verb will be kicked out to the last position. right? For example, I must go. Let's say I must go. So um, here there are two verbs which will be used. One will be modal, which is müssen, and the go will become gehen, right? लेकिन यहाँ क्या होगा? The moment a modal verb comes into picture, it always has the highest priority. So it becomes ich muss gehen, right? Now this is kind of a blanket rule that it never fails. There's hardly any exception that I can recall. And the same lines, I must go becomes ich muss gehen. If I go with the same lines and I create a Frage, I make a question. Must I go? Must I go? Right? So it becomes muss ich gehen. Right? The same logic. Because the modal verb is in the picture, the main verb, the regular verbs is kicked out to the last position. Right? I'll give a few more examples. Yes. Can I eat? Somebody give it a try. At least tell me what modal verb should I use here for can.
It could be können, so it will be kann ich essen.
Yes. Kann ich essen. Perfect. So again, friends, please give it a extra emphasis on this issue, that the moment modal verb comes into picture, the main verbs is thrown to the last position. Any questions or any doubts on this topic?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, we'll go to the regular Frage and Dazu in a moment, but for now, let us take up some other topic. The next other topic is the W-Fragen. First of all, just before we start, I would like to give one more important aspect. Let's say I want to ask a question. Okay. Now, you probably will recall, to ask a question is itself fragen. Right? Fragen is a verb. Ich frage, du fragst, sie es fragt, wir fragen, ihr fragt, sie fragen. So fragen itself means to ask a question, right? So if I were to convert to German, how do you think? Give it a wild try. How it should look like?
Ich will fragen.
Perfect. Ich will fragen. Right? 100% perfect. However, this is grammatically right, but in spoken German, when you are in a community or in a society with Germans and you are speaking it up, you would rather use the different form of sentence, and it will become Ich will Frage stellen. Okay, so we don't write it as fragen, or I mean, I want to ask a question will become I wish to put a question, right? I want to put a question, for example. And although this English will not be used much in regular English literature or day-to-day English language, but this form of English will be used in German. So if you want to say, let's say if you are talking in a classroom and you want to tell the teacher that I want to ask a question, so you would rather say Ich will Frage stellen, or you can say I would like to ask a question, Ich möchte Frage stellen. Frage oder Fragen. If you have multiple questions, then you can say möchte Fragen stellen. Right? Any doubt or any questions on this topic, friends? Fragen stellen?
Nein.
Nein. Huh? All right. We'll go weiter then. Okay. So W-Fragen. So W-Fragen, as usual, as I told you earlier also, it's the warum, where, who, or all that stuff. So questions related with W, like who is going there, what are you doing, they are known as W-Fragen. Also, hier again, ich schreibe 3 Teile von einer Satz, 1, 2, 3. Und hier, the W-Fragen, the W, moment, this W-Frage comes at the first position and then comes the second verb. At the second position comes the verb and third could be subject, predicate, whatever it may be, blah, blah, blah. For example, where does he live or lives? Right? So it becomes wo wohnt er? Let's try to understand the logic behind this sentence. Where does he live? So where itself is clearly one-to-one wo, right? Does he lives? So does and live combined becomes wohnt and he becomes er, right? So wo wohnt er? For example, if in simple English, if I want to say he lives in Berlin, so it becomes wohnt in Berlin, right? So again, for this verb, we are not going to use any supportive words like does, ist, bist, or something like that. Won't itself means it is a combination of does and live, right? Or is and live will be wohnen. So the Hauptthema, the main thing to focus upon is when we are talking in W-Fragen, the W word, the W frag comes at the first position. I think the same thing happens in English as well. Let's say, what are you doing? Ishita, can you convert it to German?
Yes. Was magst du?
Perfect. Was magst du? Right? Oder अगर formal है तो Arvind, can you give it a try? Arvind, can you try it in formal language? Ist weg, denke ich. Karthik, can you give it a try in formal language?
Ja, was machen Sie?
Perfect. Was machen Sie? Perfect. By the way, make sure that you always put a question mark at the end because you are asking a question. Ne? Okay. Ein paar mehr Beispiel. Beispiel means examples. When will you will be a problematic. Where are you? Shivan, can you give it a try?
Wo bist du?
Perfect. Wo bist du? And Arvind, are you back?
Yes, I am here.
Okay. Wo bist du? If you want to convert to a formal language, then how it should look like?
Wo bist du will be Wo sind Sie?
Perfect. Wo sind Sie? Because as I told you, ich bin, du bist. This you should learn by heart. I mean, just like you remember your name, you should remember this also. Ich bin, du bist, sie, es ist, wir sind, ihr seid, Sie sind. Right? You'll be using it a lot many times. Maybe like invariably every communication you will be using these words. Okay, ein paar mehr Beispiel. Let's say, who will answer? Somebody give it a try.
Where so it will be like who will answer will become, whether it become like this does not have a subject, so it will become like second person, right? Do.
Yes.
Okay, so it will be where antwoord.
Wer antwortet? Ich antworte, du antwortest, er sie es antwortet. So it becomes wer antwortet. Well, here there is a small thing. There is a will coming. So let us keep it aside for now. क्योंकि ये where weird antworten हो जाएगा actually. Where weird antworten. That is a topic of some other class. We'll take up some simple sentences. Let's say, where is my pen? Somebody give a try. Some other
Wo
person.
ist mein Stift?
Yeah, wo ist meine Stift? Perfect. Then somebody please try. Why are you laughing? Laughing is lachen.
Warum lachst du?
Yeah. Warum lachst du? All right. Then let me ask you some more questions. Whom do do you love? Somebody else will give a try. Whom, just to recall, is when. Somebody else give it a try.
Wenn liebst du?
Perfect. When liebst du. Right? Then what do you like to eat? Shivan, can you give it a try?
Was musstest du essen?
Yes. Möchtest du essen. Perfect.
It can be also like was ist du gern, right?
Was? Wie bitte?
Was ist du gern?
Yeah, perfect. That is also right. Was isst du gern? That is also right. And this is equally right. Was möchtest du essen? Ich möchte
So like if you want to make it more polite, can we use where also instead it like
where simply means who.
no, like in some cases like we heights too. So can we use we instead of this, or this is just a vast one?
Actually, here we are talking about some food material. Huh? So I'm not talking about somebody, or I'm not asking somebody what have you just now said, something like that. It's only asked that what would you like to eat. So this what is referring to food only. So it's absolutely fine. Huh?
Okay.
Suppose if I speak out something and you could not understand, and then you want to say was, so it's something like you are straight away putting your was or what upon me. So that may not be taken as a very polite form. So then we use wie bitte. Okay, then let me give our last example. Who is ये इन खत्म हुई. I, who is your boss? Okay, Karthik, can you give it a try?
Yes. What is boss in German?
It's chef. Chef. It's not to be
Okay.
confused with the cooking chef in English. It's chef, chef.
Yeah. So where is dein chef?
Perfect. Where is dein chef?
Dein or diner? Depend
Um,
on male or female.
yeah, I think it is der chef, so you can use only dein chef.
Oder deine Chefin.
Yeah, Diana
Yes,
Sheffield.
yes,
From
yes,
Sheffield.
yes. Deine Chefin. Perfect. Okay, so just give me a second. We will go back to our main topic. Hmm. Just one second. Yes. So the last form was imperative. Imperative. Imperative starts means uh, when you order somebody, when you instruct somebody to do something, right? So here the structure becomes like this. As usual, there are three parts: one, two, and three. So in imperative, verb will be coming at the first position, and then it's zweite, dritte, something supporting things. For example, let's say it's something because it's imperative, na? So there has to be somebody who is a kind of a boss, right? And he is instructing to do something. So here the language would be kind of a commanding language. So like he is going to speak, listen to the music. Okay. Now this guy is instructing. He's giving us strong instructions that listen to the music. It's not even saying that please listen to the music, right? So such sentences are known as imperative, which are more like commanding or which are like ordering. Uh, Eat the food, or maybe let's say simply sing the song. Sing the song, right? So these are all instructions that somebody will be giving in may or may not be in an arrogant way, but it's not definitely there is no such please something please or such polite words. Also, listen to the music was वन वियर expression यूवर Deutsch. अगर हम इस सेंटेंस को कन्वर्ट करना चाहते हैं, so again we gesagt verb comes at the first position. So I think it's similar to the English language only, and it becomes zum Beispiel. Suppose if I'm talking to a junior, or this guy is going to talk to a junior, hörst du Musik? Hörst du Musik? Okay. So now how have we framed this sentence? Hören becomes ich höre, du hörst. So because we are using do form, so thereby we'll be using hörst, and as I told you, verb comes at the first position. So verb is at the first position. Do is to whom we are talking, and music is the what action or what noun we are using. So eat the food. So let's say if this time he is talking to some senior person and he is very polite. So SNZ, SNZ. Simply if this guy simply says eat, so it will become SNZ, and der Essen zum Beispiel. Now again, here it could be kind of a confusing thing because SN and SN two times are there, and both are starting with capital E. So make sure the second one is basically a noun, and this one is a verb, but because it is at the first place, thereby its E is capital, right? So sing the song. Sings to lead. Lead is song, right? So this way we can make up imperative sentences. We'll give a small, we'll take up some more examples. Let's say somebody start walking now, right? So it becomes, let's say if again this guy is talking to some senior or to a group of people, so it will be laufen, denke ich, ja. Laufen Sie nun or laufen Sie jetzt, right? So I would request everybody to give it a try. Let's say if this guy is commanding drink water, so how it should look like.
Trinken Sie Wasser.
Wasser, trinken, perfect. Trinken Sie Wasser. And somebody else give it a try if some in a do form.
Trinkst du Wasser?
Perfect. Drinks to Wasser. Right? Then I'll give one more example in both forms. Let me think of it. Let's say if somebody says start swimming now. So Ishita and Karthik, give it a try.
Start. What do we call start in German?
Start is anfangen.
Okay.
Or for now you can simply use beginnen. That is just like English. Beginnen.
Okay. Then it would be beginnen. Sie schwimmen jetzt.
Yes, beginnen Sie schwimmen jetzt. Okay, and then Karthik, can you give it a try in do form?
Yeah. Beginnen, du schwimmst. Schwimmen.
Actually, it will be begins du schwimmen. But okay, these are a little complex sentences. We will take it up later on. Let's do something else. Let's say eat now. One by one, both of you, please give me an example in German.
Essen Sie jetzt.
No. Out of Ishita and Karthik.
Isst du jetzt?
Oh, okay.
Essen Sie jetzt.
Yes, essen Sie jetzt or isst du jetzt? Isst du jetzt. Right. Okay, so that was all about imperative also. So zum Schluss möchte ich alles zusammenführen. Einen kurzen Moment.
Excuse me.
Bitte.
The do form is when writing is ISST.
Yes. ISST. Okay, I wrote only IST. Correct. Ist du jetzt. Okay.
Entschuldigung, ich habe eine Frage.
Wie bitte?
In the like the swimming question, so can we like in the few questions before that we did like the running one. So for that we use laufen Sie jetzt, just that. So but in swimming one we use like beginnen Sie schwimmen, like start running. So is it like we should use now only or we have to use start also? Or is it just for swimming? Is that the case?
No, no, no. I just gave you all arbitrary examples. So there is no such relation only for swimming. You can use it anywhere. Actually,
So we can either use start or either now to say that you should do it right now.
yeah, but what if somebody says start singing after 5 minutes?
Okay, then we
Right?
will use only start. But if
Yes.
there is now, then we can use now only.
Yes, yes, you're right. And just to tell you, actually, there is a proper word for start, and that is anfangen.
Yeah, this was
And
in the homework also.
bitte?
This was in the homework also.
Great, great. So actually, in our next session, we will be talking about trennbare verbs, wherein you will find that this an will be taken away and fangen is taken away. So it becomes fangen. It will be like this: fangen sie, um, fangen sie, fangen sie. It's a little complex. Nach 5 Minuten singen, something like that. I'll take it up later on. So what I mean to say, and then will be an. That is, fangen and an, they will be broken up. Anfangen will be broken up, and instead of writing anfangen, it will be fangen blah 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 blah, and last mein an. So it's an entirely different topic. So we'll take it up later on. Even I have to read before teaching.
Okay, ich verstehe. Dankeschön.
Again. Also, zum Fazit. Zum Fazit means to conclude. We understood 4 types of sentences. One was the statement. Then there was ja, nein Antwort, ja/nein. Then waren W-Fragen. And then waren Imperativ. Okay. Also, in statement, let's say I am going to have 3 parts in a sentence. So let's say like this. Ein, zwei, drei. So in statement, we will be having something in the first sentence, and then comes verb, and then again something will be there. I'll give a small example as well. Just hold on. In yes no fragen, there will be verb at the first position, then comes the subject, and then comes etwas. By the way, whenever you are talking in German, you will be calling it as Subjekt. Subjekt. Okay. Also, im W-Fragen, the erste Punkt wir benutzen W-Frage. That is welche, warum, where, all that stuff. W-Frage. Then comes the verb, and then comes blah blah blah. And in imperative, the erste Punkt ist verb, and then blah blah blah, and then blah blah blah. I'll give a small example right away, so you can then take a screenshot and it will be very clear to you. Zum Beispiel, ja, er wohnt in Indien. Perfect. Er wohnt, so this verb comes in the second position as I mentioned here. Dann W-Fragen, Ja-Nein-Fragen. We can say, let's say, kommt er am Montag? Right? So you see, the verb is at the first position. W-Fragen is ganz einfach. Let's say, wer wohnt in Berlin? Right? So the wohnt comes in the second position, that is the verb, And the first, as I mentioned here, the first character is the W-Frage, and here it is. And for this imperative, let's say hören Sie die Musik. So here, hören is the verb which comes at the first position. Okay, so I would request everybody to please take a screenshot and remember this table because you have to refer it many times. Better to understand the concept. I hope everybody has taken this screenshot now.
Yes.
All right. So am End Fragen dazu.
9.
9.
9.
Alles gut, danke.
Perfekt. Also dann, vielen Dank.
Vielen Dank. Bis morgen. Tschüss.
Jo, bis morgen. Tschüss.
Bis morgen. Tschüss.